William Nylander has been an absolute monster this season, and to me has been the Leafs MVP, but for some reason is not an NHL All-Star. And even though Marner and Matthews are top-tier elite players in their own rights, not only do I think that Nylander deserves the All-Star nod above them too, I think he's also been the Leafs' best player this season. And let me explain why. Now, even though it is close, to me, Nylander deserved the All-Star nod, especially above Auston Matthews, but also above Marner as well. Now, especially with William Nylander this year, it seems like whenever the Leafs need a spark, he is there to create something out of nothing. And a great example is the recent Islanders game, with the Islanders being up 1-0 and the Leafs really needing something, especially getting outshot 18-9. You see this rush and you see Nylander with a nice little play to John Tavares. Tavares comes up through the wing, pushes through, and Nylander with an absolutely perfect shot past Sorokin to get the game tied. And once again, the Leafs need a spark. They're down 2-1, but they're on the power play, and this brilliant Samsonov pass connects to Nylander. He's able to fake it out, give it to Tavares, and he's able to tie up the game. Now the Leafs start to have some momentum. It's tied 2-2 midway through the second. Hall gets the pass behind the net. He gives it to Nylander, and then Nylander with the amazing rainbow seam to Yarncroke, who's able to make it 3-2 Toronto. Now some more MVP stuff from William Nylander. 3:35 left in the second. A shot from the point. It goes right across. Mayfield finds it, but Nylander, perfect stick. He rips it and gets it past Sorokin for the 4-2 goal. An absolute studly shift out of Nylander and continuing to have his print over the entire game. And in a big game versus the Islanders, William Nylander has a game-tying goal, a game-tying primary assist, a game-winning primary assist, as well as a 4-2 unassisted goal to put the cushion in the Leafs' favor and get them the win in the end. And the way Nylander has been elevating his game to come up in the big moments has truly been spectacular. You have this big game versus the Florida Panthers. They're down by 1. They need a goal, 14 minutes to go in the third. And then Nylander right in front, getting greasy, gets the tip off his body, and it goes into the net. And then with Nylander continuing to be the absolute man and truly rising the occasion with that skill, he comes all around in overtime, gets the absolute beauty of a goal, and puts the entire Leafs squad on his back. And then you have other plays like this one, a big game versus the Blues in overtime. Nylander strips the puck away from Tarasenko with an absolutely beautiful play and roofs it past Jordan Binnington for another huge win. And then we go back to the Leafs stats where with William Nylander, he's tied for first in Leafs scoring with Mitch Marner, both players having 56 points in 48 games. But the real difference when it comes to Nylander this year is that goal scoring. He leads the entire roster ahead of Matthews, Marner, and everybody with 26 goals. He has 30 assists as well, second behind Marner, and 56 points in 48 games. But then you look as well at the even strength goals, and this is important for getting the team going. 5-on-5 when they need a big goal. Nylander has been the guy. He leads the entire roster with 20 even strength goals, and the closest behind him is Matthews with 15. To have a 5-goal difference on one of the best even strength goal scorers in the league is simply sensational, but Nylander has just been that guy. And also looking at the even strength points, Nylander also leads that with 38 even strength points compared to Matthews 35 and Mitch Marner's 31. Even though Marner might be leading still the Leafs in points and being tied in that first place spot, Nylander right now has 7 more even strength points, and 5-on-5 has been the much better offensive player. And it's unfortunate with the All-Star game kind of being a popularity contest, especially in the fan vote, that Nylander had to kind of be screwed this way because he's been one of the best players in the league this year. When you look at even strength goals, he's tied for 7th place in the entire league, and in terms of even strength points, is tied for 8th overall. He has been so efficient, so good when he's needed to, and in all the spots where the Leafs have needed a goal, he's come up in such a big way. And I'm just going to say it, even though it makes sense why Marner and Matthews are there, being a popularity contest and everything, to me, Nylander deserves recognition of at least being an all-star caliber player, because that's what he's been this year. And especially when you consider that Matthews is kind of healing from that nagging injury still that's been plaguing him for a while. To me, if I'm Toronto, I would much rather have Matthews staying home and resting for a week and having Nylander getting that recognition that I think he absolutely deserves. And another interesting stat I found as well is that the Leafs have not been outside the top 6 in team scoring since 2016. They right now sit 8th, which is still pretty solid, but compared to prior years, that goal scoring has been more important. They've needed goal scoring more than ever with this current group, and Nylander has been there on even strength, on the power play, and everything to make sure that those goals happen. And unfortunately, even if he might not be going, I still think he deserves that recognition of being an all-star and simply being one of the best players in the league this year. But that is my spicy take for this week. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys agree and disagree with. Do you think that Nylander should have been there in the All-Star game? Do you think he's been the Leafs MVP? If not, what do you think should it have been Marner? Is it Matthews as the MVP this year? And who do you think should be there in the All-Star game for the Toronto Maple Leafs? Let us know down below. Of course, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you enjoyed the breakdown here today. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great one, and goodbye.